Chapter 9. The Cloak. 1938. Lillian stopped sewing to look over at her sister. Elsa had tipped over onto her side. She lay curled in the snow like a kitten, but she didn't have a kitten's warm fur. Even with two coats, she was shivering so hard that her teeth clattered. Lillian rushed to her sister's side again. "Oh, Elsa, I'm sorry," she cried. We'll go back home right now." But Elsa didn't answer. She didn't move either. Lillian lifted her, but she could not get Elsa to stand. Her legs were rubbery. If Papa had been here, he could have carried Elsa back easily. Even Mama could carry her. Elsa was short for her age, but she was a chubby little girl. Lillian could lift her, but she couldn't get far with such a load. Lillian considered leaving her and running back home for help, but Elsa looked so tiny lying there, so tiny and so cold. How could she leave her? And what if she couldn't find her way back to this spot quickly enough? So Lillian did the only thing she could think of. She gathered Elsa into her arms. Then she carried her into the shelter of the tree she had been trying to cut. The limbs were thick, so there was little snow near the trunk. Lillian set Elsa on the bed of soft pine needles. Lillian laid Elsa on the bed of soft pine needles. Lillian tucked both coats more closely around her. Then she lay down behind Elsa and pulled her close. She wrapped her own body around Elsa as tightly as she could. "It's all right," Lillian whispered. "It's all right. Papa will come." And she breathed her warm breath into her sister's neck. Elsa cuddled in closer. Lillian lay perfectly still, holding her little sister. After a time, Elsa quit shivering. Lillian was glad of that. She was so glad she hardly noticed that she was the one shivering now. Later, though, she did notice when her own shivering stopped. She must be getting warmer. She was getting warmer. She was certain of that. And in that gathering warmth, Lillian slipped into sleep. She dreamed that Papa was coming. She had always known he would come. Papa was coming. In his arms, he carried a woolen cloak as richly green as any pine tree.